Hi friends, my name is Kim. Welcome back to Cottage Kim Cooks. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so happy to have you with me today. Today we are going to make something that I may have made previously. It is 15 bean soup with ham, and I'm going to do this really quickly in my Instant Pot. The first thing I'm going to do is press saute. I'm going to go on high, and we're probably going to go for about 11 minutes, so get that going. Put a little bit of oil in our Instant Pot, and I have 2 ribs of celery that I cut up. I'm going to get my veg scraper. That makes it a little bit easier. Put that in. And we're going to cut up an onion. It calls for 1 teaspoon of garlic, which means about 1 tablespoon for me. And it does call for tomato sauce, 8 ounces of tomato sauce. And I don't have 8 ounces of tomato sauce. I don't actually have any tomato sauce. But what I found in my cupboard is this sofrito tomato cooking base, which has green peppers, onions, cilantro, and garlic in olive oil. And it's made for beans and soups. So I think it will be perfect, because the other seasonings that it recommends are chili powder and cumin, which I don't use cumin, but if you were wanting to use cumin, you could. And a bay leaf, which I don't have a bay leaf, so we'll go more on the Mexican side of things, which is pretty ironic that today is Cinco de Mayo, so we'll use those flavorings. I don't know how authentic it is, but this is just my version of what we're doing for this 15 bean soup. And I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to add in 32 ounces of chicken broth. You could use vegetable broth. I'm going to add in the sofrito mix. We'll mix that up, and I'm going to add some of the water. It calls for 3 cups of water. I'm going to add some of that water to this jar to get that all that goodness into our Instant Pot. I'm going to add the water. And it calls for ham or a ham bone, and I have this leftover ham from Easter. And I'm going to put that in here. I think I'm actually going to cut off some of the fat. So this is going to be a little unusual because I did this in pineapple and brown sugar, so we'll see how this tastes in our sofrito and chili powder seasoning. I'm trying to pull out some of the pineapple. I'm going to add my beans, which I have rinsed. And if you haven't seen these bags of beans before, they're just in the bean section, and it's 15 bean soup. There are different kinds. This one came with a ham seasoning packet. We're not going to use that because we're using the sofrito mix, and we're using some chili powder and garlic and onion and celery. But you could just use the packet that comes with the bean soup mix. There's also a Cajun one. I've gotten that one before, and that one isn't bad at all either. I have used that, but I've used it sparingly. So now we're going to press pressure cook. We're going to do it custom on high. We're going to do it for 40 minutes. And then we're going to set a reminder for 15, nope, you can't do 15 minutes. So I'll put 10 minutes because we want to let this naturally release for 15 minutes after it cooks on high for the pressure cook for 40 minutes. And everything is ready to go. We will press start. And if this will get up to pressure, then it will cook for 40 minutes. Then we will let it naturally release for 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and we will give it a taste. Okay, friends, it has been 40 minutes and 18 minutes that we've let this naturally release. So we're going to finish with a quick release. I like to wait until that sound is gone until I open the lid. It smells delicious. Okay, the little thing dropped and the sound is done. Always open it with it away from you. I'll put a little bit in a bowl. The beans don't, well, I guess they feel okay. They did say that you could take your handheld emulsion blender and you could mash up some of the beans if you wanted to have this creamier. It's very soupy the way it is. So let me give that broth a taste first. Very good. Not too much chili powder. I was afraid by the way it smelled that there would be too much chili powder in it. There is not. So let me try and get a taste with the beans. Very nice. Okay, let me tell you about the nutrition information because this is still diabetic friendly, even though there are 15 different beans in here and we know that beans are high in carbohydrates. Beans are also high in fiber. So 1 cup has, with your ham, has 433 calories. It has 12 grams of fat. The cholesterol is only 24 milligrams. The carbs are 57 grams. However, your fiber is 21 grams. So you're looking at 36 net carbs and 28 grams of protein. So that's not bad at all. And you could have this with a salad and it would be a perfect end to your day. So I think that we have a winner. I'm going to definitely do this bean soup again. I would probably cut up my ham rather than leave the ham bone in there because I don't know if you can see this, but my ham is still pretty much all in one piece. So I will cut some of that up and serve it with the bean soup, but the flavor is spot on. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, Cottage Kim Cooks. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, depending on how long the video is. Depends on whether or not I can put it on TikTok because videos have to be under 10 minutes long. I think this will be a short one though. I really enjoyed our time together today, friends. I hope you did as well, and I look forward to cooking with you again soon. Take care.